Command Performance USA. The greatest entertainers in America, as requested by you, the fighting men of the United States Armed Forces throughout the world.
Command Performance!
Presented this week and every week till it's over there. Hi there, buddy. It's command performance time in the USA, and the American entertainment world is yours to command. Here's this week's first letter from Corporal J.R.B. in Australia. He says,
Dear Command Performance, how's the feud getting on between Fred Allen and Jack Benny?
Well, Corporal, the best answer I can give you to that is this. Here he is, the eastern half of the feud. The man with two baggy knees and eyes to match. Fred Allen in person.
Thank you, and greetings to all you soldiers, sailors, and Marines. And Harry, answering Corporal J.R.B.'s letter, the Benny Allen feud has slowed down a little. Benny wanted to get his second win, but the man who owns the oxygen tent wanted his money in advance. And as far as I know, Benny is still in the oxygen tent dickering. You know, it takes two to make a feud, Harry. I'm here ready to fight the minute Benny comes east. He was coming to New York last week. He heard you could buy defense stamps cheaper at Macy's, and he was coming on here. And as I understand it, Benny started to hitchhike from Hollywood, but the gasoline and rubber shortage held him up. He stood out on the Lincoln Highway for 2 days without seeing a single car. The best offer Benny got was from a man who was walking east. And this man offered to take Benny piggyback as far as Kansas City, and Benny turned him down. He refused to go piggyback because it wasn't kosher. So he's still out on Lincoln Highway as far as I know. But enough about the old boy with the locked-in billfold. Our show opens with an answer to a request from a soldier in the land of the Shamrock. He wants to hear his favorite singer, Kenny Baker. Now, Kenny sings, Johnny Doughboy Found a Rose in Ireland.
Johnny Doughboy found a rose in Ireland, sure the fairest flower that Aaron never grew. The Blarney in her talk took him back to old New York, 'cause his mother spoke the sweetest Blarney too. Johnny Doughboy found a rose in Ireland, and she stole his heart with smiling eyes of blue. He said, darling, 'tis my duty to make an American beauty of a sweet Irish rose like you. Johnny Doughboy sailed away, and it was his lucky day, even though the skies were gray above. On that isle across the sea, Johnny's making history with his Yankee Doodle arms of love. Johnny Doughboy found a rose in Ireland, sure the fairest flower that Aaron never grew. Oh, the Blarney talk took him back to old New York, 'cause his mother spoke the sweetest Blarney too. on the rose in Ireland, and she stole his heart with smiling eyes. He said, darling, 'tis my duty to make an American beauty of a sweet Irish rose like you.
Thank you, that was swell, Kenny. Now, here's an unusual request by way of the Hawaiian Islands. It says, Dear Command Performance, last week you had a fellow on named Henny Youngman. We'd never heard him before, but the guy's a riot. How about a second helping? Signed, Private L.E.W., U.S. Marine Corps. Well, Private L.E.W., all you did was order a New York police escort for Henny Youngman to sprint him from Lowe's State Theater. He pulled in here 14 seconds ago, short on breath, but long on laugh. Making his second appearance on Command Performance, Henny Youngman.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to thank you, Fred. The great guy, that Fred Allen. Just recommended me to the Astor Hotel. That's where I'm stopping. I have a room there with an adjoining towel. You can imagine how big the room is. I had a headache last night. The guy I saw took the aspirin. Walked into my room last night and I found a strange girl there. I said to her, I'll give you just 48 hours to get out of here. That's fair, I thought. Since I was on Command Performance last, I've been out to the coast, met all the big stars out there. In fact, Martha Ray kissed me. I lost my head completely. That's the first time I was ever kissed on the mouth and the forehead at the same time. She kisses like a vacuum cleaner. She used to come and see me every night at a nightclub I worked in. I worked in a lovely spot. This place was in a cellar, sort of an upholstered sewer. No cover, no minimum, no people. No salary, no nothing. You can imagine how bad business was. A fellow came in and asked for change of $5. They wanted to make him a partner. Lovely boss, too. He used to stab me good night. Lovely element of people. I loved them. 12 o'clock at night, we used to have a 5-minute intermission to carry out the wounded. From out of nowhere, one guy walked up to me and said, I'll bet you $10 you're dead. Would you believe it? I was afraid to bet him. I invited a girl there one night. Could she eat? She had an appetite like a bird, a vulture. When she started to eat her soup, 4 couples got up to dance. Then I ordered. I had a steak. I don't know what kind of meat it was, but every time I swallowed, it went... I called the waiter over. I said, look, take the steak back. I can't cut it. He said, I'm sorry, we can't take it back now. You've already bent it. A wise guy, so I got up. I took a punch at him. Then I got up again. To think of me, you wouldn't think I could fight. Well, I can. I'm married. Although I haven't spoken to my wife in the last 4 weeks, I didn't want to interrupt her. My wife was a nice, even disposition, miserable all the time. Lately, she's had a slight impediment in her speech. She stops to breathe. Brother, can she talk? I had her at the beach last summer when she got home, her tongue was sunburned. It's all over now. We just got divorced. She wanted the custody of her parents.